We're going to take a look at a new yarn by Bernat called Happy. It's a baby yarn made for baby stuff. You can purchase this on the Yarnspirations website, yarnspirations.com. You can also buy it at your local craft store. Anyway, let's get to know this yarn. This pattern or other patterns like it can be found on the Yarnspirations website. Just go to the page where the yarn is and then scroll down the page and you'll see some patterns there. If you click see all patterns, then you'll be able to look at all the designs you can make with this yarn. Let's see here. The yarn that I have is a very pale seafoamy green blue color, and it's called Robin's Egg. It is a super bulky yarn. If you knit with this yarn, you'll need a size 11 knitting needle, 8 millimeters, and you'll get 10 stitches and 15 rows in a 10 by 10 centimeter or 4-inch square. If you crochet with this yarn, you need a size L, 11 hook, 8 millimeter, and you'll get 8 single crochets and 8 rows in a 4-inch or 10 centimeter square. It is machine washable and dryable. Do not iron, do not dry clean, and do not bleach, I believe. I think that's what that triangle is about. Let's find out. Do not bleach. Yeah, that's do not bleach. That's do not iron. And that's do not dry clean. I was right. 2 points. Alright. 100% polyester. Each skein is 3 ounces or 85 grams. And you'll get 90 yards or 82 meters in each skein. So that's what we know about the yarn. So now let's try to knit with it and crochet with it and see how it goes. I think I'll start off with knitting. I already got this skein started. If you notice that my voice sounds funny, my S's, I'm having a little trouble saying my S's. I had my tooth worked on this week and it's not quite finished yet. So hopefully at the end of this month my voice will sound right again. We shall see. It was one of my front teeth that I cracked a long time ago when I was a young girl. Alright, let's see how this knits. It's easy to knit with, but you need to be careful not to split the strands, because each strand has quite a bit going on with it. When I finish this row, we'll take a closer look at the yarn. Yeah, I just split that one by mistake. So it is easy to split the strands as you work with it. So it'll be easier for this to be used by someone who has experience with knitting. If you're a brand new knitter, you'd probably be frustrated with this yarn. But it does work, and it is very soft. Let's take a look at the yarn. It has 2 strands that are twisted around each other. See that? One of the strands is white with those little puff things, and that one is very soft by itself. And the other is an eyelash yarn that you get the color from. And this is the Robin's Egg blue. And those are spun together, just twisted around like that at the factory. And then it makes that fluffy, soft yarn. It's very soft. The eyelash portion of the yarn feels like corn silk. If you've ever seen fresh corn on the stalk. That's what that feels like. It feels very, very, very soft. So now you know how the yarn is constructed. So let's try knitting another row. This yarn will not show stitch definition, so you would not want to use this for anything that has a complicated design to it, because it won't show. You can just do garter stitch or stockinette, and you'd be happy with the end product. But cables would not show, and I don't think lace would show either, because everything would get filled in with these little puff balls. It makes a nice, fluffy, thick, soft, soft, soft fabric. I think it would be fun to make a blanket with this, or the edge of a blanket. You could do a regular, you could do a blanket with like regular baby yarn, and then edge it with this to make it have that real fluffy, soft edge border. That would be real pretty. Or you could make a whole blanket with this. Or what else would be good? A baby hat. Now I think it would be neat to make a baby hat and then have this at the brim, at the bottom, around the baby's face. That would be cool. There's all kinds of things you could make with this. And you don't necessarily have to use it for babies. You could use it for adults too. Very soft. Super soft. It's like, what can I compare how soft this is to? Gosh, I can't think of anything to compare it with except for like hose, you know, like when you're wearing hose and they're really, really soft hose. That's what this feels like. But it's softer than that, actually. It is very soft and fluffy and sweet. So there you go. You see how it knits. And like I said, it's easy to split this yarn. So you probably would do well to have needles, knitting needles that are not too sharp, not too pointy. You have to be careful as you're unraveling this, because some of those eyelash strands will get twisted and catch onto each other. But it wasn't that bad. I was able to unravel it pretty well. So let's try crocheting with it. Now I did not do any purling with that sample that I just knitted, because I think purling with this would be kind of a pain. It would be easier to just stick with knitting. Crocheting a chain is easy, not hard, not difficult. I have a feeling it might be difficult to see the stitches though, to do your crochet. And I am correct, it is difficult to see the stitches. Especially for the first row. You're pretty much just guessing. But it's not impossible. We'll pretend that's the last stitch. I don't know if it is or not. It's really hard to see. I'll try the next row. See if it's any easier. You just have to feel it. So if you're a beginning crocheter, you'd be very frustrated with this. But if you're experienced, you can feel where to put your hook in. And it's not so bad. And the fabric is going to look exactly the same as it did when it was knitted. There. Same exact. Let me try double crochet. It works easy with the hook, but it's just hard to find the hole to push your hook into. You just kind of have to go by touch. But once you get going, it's really easy to crochet. There. So it would go really fast. If you were to crochet a blanket with this, it would go really quick. You just need to be careful to count your stitches to make sure you have the same number on each row so you don't have stuff getting wider as you go. Just count each row and you'll be fine. So you've seen it knitted and crocheted, and the fabric looks the same, reversible. From either knitted or crocheted, you're going to end up with the same kind of fabric. Lovely. So I hope you enjoy using your Bernat Happy yarn. Talk to you later. Bye.